you do business, don't worry about competition. There's nowhere in this world there's no competition. You have to get used to it. You cannot stop globalization. The world is getting so small. If you cannot stop it, improve it. Forget about the competition today. It's like 10,000 meters running. For the first 200 meters, don't think that guy is the competitor. Keep on running. 3,000 meters later, you will know who's the competitor. Think about internet is the opportunity for small business. Don't miss this chance. We know that we have to be humble. We have to serve our customers. The investors may not like us. If the customers like us, we have the futures. I was born in a very normal family and poor family. 6 people share $7 a month. We can only eat 1 chicken a year. It was terrible. Nixon visited my city, 1972. China, USA signed, Mao Zedong, Nixon signed the agreement. So China became open door. My city, Hangzhou, was one of the first cities that opened to the West. We got a lot of American tourists to visit my city. And I learned English by being the free guide for tour guide. The things I learned from books from China are so different from the things I learned from the American visitors. So I started to think differently. When I tried to be a policeman, rejected. I tried to be a KFC person, rejected. I want to be a hotel waiter, rejected. So I get used to it. As an entrepreneur, one of the quality I have is that when I'm rejected by people, I get used to that. Then I came to America in 1995. First trip to the States. And first time in my life, I touched the keyboard of computers. I call myself at that time called like a blind man riding on the back of blind tigers. Without knowing anything about technology, computer, we started the first company. 18 years ago, in my apartment, I told the 18 founders that one day we will build up a site. That site will be the top 10 sites of the world. Very few people believe that we will make it happen. Most of my colleagues at 18 founders, they were my students, my friends. None of them are very successful. Among the 18 people, there are only 3 people who know something about computer. In the past 18 years, when I do internet in China, we got a criticism every day. You know, something when you believe it, a lot of people criticize it. But if you really believe it, continue to do it, improve it. We were rejected by more than 30 venture capitalists. But we are very optimistic. We believe in the future. We believe in internet. And we believe that if we do not succeed, somebody will. This is such a big monster. It is something that never happened in the history before. So we think we are changing China. We are helping China to the second level. The ecosystem of Africa, the life is not decided by lion, tiger, and elephants. Life is decided by the minor insects. For us, consumers, small business are the key. If we can serve these consumers and small business well, big companies will get involved. They will start, coming. So if you keep good size of shrimps, all the sharks will come. Big fish will come. When we started Alibaba B2B, we are helping small business to selling things across the board. So we think, which country has the best technology on the internet? We say USA. So we decided to build up a huge office in San Francisco. So we know something wrong, we say, we have to shut down the office. I watched a wonderful movie called Forrest Gump. I was touched. He said, life's like a box of chocolate. You never know what you can get.
He really does love Forrest Gump.
But if you keep on getting, you will get one good chocolate. And I found that Forrest Gump made a fortune by catching shrimps, not catching whales. So helping small business will make me like a Forrest Gump. Forrest Gump, just to keep on running. Be simple, serve the people. So when we see something is coming, you have to prepare now.
He realized that eBay, sooner or later, as it grew in China, would start coming after Alibaba's customers.
Very interested in China right now. It could be one of our biggest markets.
My belief is that you have to repair the roof while it is still sunshine.
Taobao started free, and I think by announcing we're going to be free for 3 years, put a lot of pressure on eBay.
Point blank, he said, they're not going to succeed. I'm going to get them.
And eBay's reaction was to put out a press release saying, free is not a business model. But in fact, we knew that because we were getting so many people onto Taobao, because we were free in the early days, ultimately we could make money.
I always believe one thing. You lose only when you give up.
And in the end, as a surprise to eBay, Jack decided to do a deal with Yahoo.
Yahoo agreed to purchase Alibaba's shares for $1 billion in cash, which not only makes Yahoo the largest strategic investor in Alibaba, but also helps it grow its brand in China.
Jack's motivation for partnering with Yahoo was really, we can add that to the rest of our businesses and become a sort of an eBay plus a Google plus a Yahoo all combined together.
One of the reasons many multinational companies, they go to China, they want to compete with local companies instead of making custom happy.
And Jack Ma did a sort of a minor miracle in beating eBay.
Another story out on eBay today. It's down 0.2%. eBay talking about cutting off at some point in time in the future its Chinese website.
eBay couldn't win there. They just didn't know what the hell they were doing.
When I got to succeed on something, I feel excited, I feel honored. Wow, why I have the chance?
We saw that there was a huge opportunity in China because in China, the banking is so inefficient. We realized if we could create a payment system, it could grow to much more than a payment system. It could become a financial institution.
And this opened, of course, a huge door because it enabled him there was no way to pay for things online. People didn't yet have credit cards. So with Alipay, he added a very important room onto his house. And that was the room of how do we get payments made.
Being creative in business is a whole nother kind of creativity, but creativity nonetheless. To be able to envision different business models, to be able to envision how life can change.
This was a true revolution in China, both in consumerism and in the Chinese economy.
This is huge. The number of products on Alibaba is gigantic. I don't know the number, but it's phenomenal.
I believe the three things you should not touch: power, money, the glory. If you keep the power in your office, you will be in trouble. If you keep the money in your own pocket, you will be in trouble. If you put the glory in your head, you will be in trouble. So when you have the money, spend the money supporting more people. When you have power, empower the others. When you have the glory, put the other people have it out.
Joe, it's quite a mob here. There are more than 130 press organizations waiting here to see Jack Ma.
You felt like it was the Oscars?
I was in the line because you have to admire that kind of thing.
The IPO of Alibaba was the single largest and the biggest day that I can remember in many ways.
And Alibaba, with its much anticipated IPO today.
It didn't disappoint. It went up enormously at the time.
This is the beginning of Alibaba.
It gave it a market value larger than that of Walmart on day one.
Ma himself has become China's richest man just by the founding of Alibaba. Today, he is expected to be worth north of $22 billion.
This was a very big deal for China, not just for Alibaba.
Today, what we've got is not the money. What we've got is the trust from the people.
When you go to the headquarters, it's very interesting. It's all young people. I don't think I saw anybody in the headquarters over 30.
When we hire a lot of people, I never see their diploma. I just see where they are optimistic, where they want to learn new things, want to change things, they want to work at teamwork. Those people who are below 30 years old, they are the internet generation. They are the generation going to change the future. We think data is going to be so important to human life in the future. So now we just said we are the first runner. Compared to tomorrow, our data is nothing.
Jack Ma day to day is not running Alibaba. He is the visionary. He is the strategic thinker about the big picture.
Next 30 years, the technology is going to challenge a lot of job opportunities. People are already unhappy because a lot of machine learning, artificial intelligence killing a lot of jobs. People start to worry. So I think the good thing is that Technology is going to improve people's life. Machine is good in knowledge, but human beings are good at the wisdom.
You have to stay relevant, but at the same time, you also have to be a risk taker. And you have to shake things up a little bit.
What Alibaba want to do next to 10, 20 years is to enable the innovation of traditional business, transform the world, transform all the traditional retailer, manufacturer, financing sectors. We are enabling small business and young people to be able to reach financial support.
They're the first private company to become and bank approved by the Chinese government. I think it's monstrous. I think it's very important. But I would think that it's also probably nerve-wracking.
It's great to be Goliath if you're in an open society and a free economy. It can be very problematic to be a Goliath when the other Goliath is the Chinese Communist Party.
I don't think I could ever appreciate pressures that Jack Ma is under to be a hard-charging entrepreneur at the same time as he's a part of a communist system in some way that takes people away, leaders of businesses, and disappears them.
It takes a lot of fancy footwork to keep on the right side of that.
So sometimes when I look at these business people doing things, I say, wow, I'm not going to do anything like that.
He realized that although the Chinese government didn't like the internet for political content or for the ability for people to criticize the government, what they did like about the internet was that it could help create jobs and help grow the economy.
Every day, more than 200 million people shopping through mobile phone on our site.
You're seeing people in the middle of China with their smartphone press a few buttons and they can buy lobster from Maine or cherries from Washington.
I would argue the growth of the mobile phone was probably the single most important thing that has helped Alibaba become the giant it is.
We have more than 10, 20 million small business using our platform. And 60% of them, this business, never exist before Alibaba.
And he is so enthusiastic about what he's doing. And what he's doing is pretty simple. It takes a genius to think of the simple.
One of the secret sauce for Alibaba is that we have more than 48% of the people in the company, they are women.
He's supporting women in an era where, there's still residue disrespect for women. And I think for him to be able to bring that to China is extraordinary.
I do everything to making sure that my customer happy, employee happy, the society is good, is healthy. Social responsibility is the key. It's always scared, looking far away. Oh my God, that's a difficult place. Go there, test. Jump into it. You never learn swim until you're in the water.